You ever notice how every politician suddenly discovered the word democracy at the exact same time? Like they all got the same group text. Hey everyone, new script just dropped. Use democracy in every sentence. Doesn't matter if it fits, and people repeated without blinking, as if the United States magically transformed into a parliamentary system overnight. Spoiler, it didn't. The United States is a constitutional republic. It always has been. And the people trying to blur that line aren't doing it by accident. They're doing it because language is the first battlefield. If you can rename the system, you can rewire the expectations of the people living in it. But let's slow down, because this part matters. In a parliamentary democracy, the majority rules directly. If 51% want your rights gone, congratulations, they're gone. That's the system. That's the deal. A constitutional republic is the opposite. Rights are inherent, not granted. Power is restrained, not concentrated. Government is limited, not worshipped. And here is the part that makes some people uncomfortable. The system was designed to protect you from the majority, not empower the majority to control you. Now, watch what happens when the language shifts. Call the country a democracy long enough, and suddenly people expect majority rule. They expect the government to act like a parliament. They expect rights to be flexible, negotiable, adjustable. And that's the trick. If you can get people to forget the system they inherited, you can replace it with the system you prefer. Pattern interrupt. Imagine someone sneaking into your house and rearranging all your furniture. Then they tell you, relax, it's always been like this. That's what's happening with political language. Except instead of your couch, it's your constitutional framework. The enemies of the United States, foreign, domestic, ideological, pick your flavor, understand something many Americans don't. If you redefine a nation's identity, you can redirect its future. If Americans forget that their rights are protected by a constitutional structure, those rights become easier to erode. If Americans forget that government is supposed to be limited, expansion becomes easier to justify. If Americans forget that the system resists majoritarian pressure, then democracy becomes a tool to push through whatever the loudest faction demands. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. This isn't sloppy language. It's strategic language. You can see the pressure points everywhere. Redefining foundational terms, reframing the country's identity, normalizing foreign political models as the global standard, treating constitutional protections as outdated inconveniences, turning long-standing rights into negotiable privileges. These aren't random trends. They're coordinated narratives, repeated until they feel natural. And once the public accepts the new language, the new structure follows. Pattern interrupt. It is like someone calling your dog a cat every day until you start buying it litter boxes. Eventually, you forget the original definition. The United States is not a parliamentary democracy. It is not a majoritarian system. It is not designed to bend to whichever group shouts the loudest. It is a constitutional republic, a system built on the idea that rights are not granted by government and cannot be taken away by it. And that identity is worth defending. Because the moment Americans forget what their system is, the people working to change it will already be celebrating. Truth doesn't pick sides. It just reveals.